Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Peter Thomas Roth. He's the founder, CEO, and formulator of the Peter Thomas Roth brand to discuss how the $500 billion global beauty industry will evolve with COVID-19. Peter, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks. And before we get into the evolution of the beauty industry, you typically look at something called the lipstick index. Tell us about that.
So the lipstick index is kind of interesting. I think Leonard Lauder coined that phrase. Right now, I think with a pandemic, it might be a bit different because everyone's at home and not going out. Everyone, when they do go out, wear a mask. So I think a beauty index might be a better word. Skincare is on fire right now, online only, because in my opinion, just from my end of it, people are at home and they have lots of time. They look in the mirror, I see my mask business, my eye patch business, they're all very busy because it's creams and lotions. People have time on their hands. Before, you're very busy. You don't have time to spend that much time on your face. That being said, as you go forward, when people start going out and a lot of people aren't wearing masks, lipstick, eye makeup, that could pick up too. I think but these large companies like the Estee Lauders of the world or the Procter & Gambles of the world, they're diversified. So they sell, face creams, lipstick, makeup, they sell everything. So generally speaking, I think their business will be up, but different parts of it will go up and down according to, what your new lifestyle.
Right. So how has the beauty industry responded to COVID-19 and pivoting operations? I would imagine it's 100% digital until we are all back online. And then my second question to you is, what about the stores like an Ulta, like a Sephora, where part of the experience is going in and testing these products and looking at different kinds of makeup that you might not have thought about unless you saw it in store and had the ability to test it?
So clearly the stores are closed. It's slightly reopening now, and that's a big bummer, because there are no sales at retail. That being said, the stores who've invested in .com, like Sephora, for example, we have two on my petercomfort.com, fortunately. Our .coms and their .coms are really very busy. But they're also busy with things that people have already bought. So if they have a moisturizer of mine, it's an easy repurchase because they know what it is. Also, if you're 40, 50, 60, 70 plus, maybe you're not that savvy on a .com, so it's easier just to repurchase. Finding new products are more challenging because you actually have to go on .com to look, and that's not as easy. There are hundreds of new products, so that's a big challenge.
I would imagine many of these companies are going to have to make investments in technology, at least perhaps with some machine learning or artificial intelligence, to help predict based on prior purchases what a new purchase might look like, where they can help to generate demand. They're going to have to make some of those kinds of investments in technology.
Oh, I'm sure. But, the stores are starting to reopen, many of them. People will go in, and it'll be, less people in the stores. But I just think this is just a big pause for a year, maybe, because eventually everyone's going to get COVID, right? I've already had it. I had a very mild case of antibodies. Other people have it or are going to get a vaccine to it. So I think it's just 2020 and 2021 might be a pause, and then things hopefully will go back to normal, or people might be just more, let's say, careful in the stores when they do testers. Because testers is a big issue.
Right, of course. And hopefully the silver lining of what we're going through with COVID-19, people are more aware of their health. They understand how to take care of themselves better. The stores themselves have better models when it comes to either social distancing or disinfecting or whatever their new sanitization process looks like. I also think too, Peter, to be honest with you, time kind of heals all wounds and memory does fade. So it's not too far off to say that, we won't go back to having that experience in store. I agree with you there.
I think, and Sephora and Ulta and QVC haven't really shared that, or maybe they don't know. I can't speak for them. But probably the testers, when you go in, at Sephora and Ulta, they're open sell prestige. Drugstore, mass market, like CVS, Target, are everything's closed. There are no testers. And then the department stores, where there's a person behind there, they can still, you can still test there because they'll put a clean spatula and, give it to you or whatever. Maybe not everything, but a lot. So department stores are probably in a better position. And the other retailers like Sephora and Ulta will just have to figure it out as it goes. Maybe more pipettes. Maybe they're going to have to disinfect more. But open cells are very successful in the mass, so it doesn't seem like it should affect their business. It's just they'll be pivoting a little differently for the next year or so.
All right, Peter, great insight. Thanks so much for joining me on Trade Talks.
Thank you. Nice having me and seeing you.
Oh, for sure. And thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter.